G'day, I'm Shane Webke and we're on my farm, which is called Summer Hill. 2,000 acres, we have a mix of country, we have river flat, we have lighter country, we have timber. And between those three things, we grow a bit of grain, we do some fat lambs, we grow a bit of wool. The reason I'm so passionate about safety is my father was killed in a workplace accident. He was killed working away from our farm in the early 90s when we were in desperate drought. He needed to go and do that job. And he was killed in what was an absolutely horrific accident. And what that set up in me obviously was a great deal of loss and sadness, but also as the years went by, a passion, if you like, for trying to make things safer. And the real thing is in agriculture, we are in the most dangerous industry that exists. We have 3% of the workforce, 33% of the fatalities. And so things on farms are dangerous. There are many, many moving parts to a farm and there are risks involved with almost everything that we do. So to reduce the risk of an accident occurring is just a no-brainer. What we need to do is remember what's important to us, and that is family and getting home safely at the end of the day. That's what's important. A critical part of any farm is fuel. And behind me are our fuel tanks. So our fuel tanks are typical of what you find on most places. They are very, very old. They are the original design and have been here for many, many years. And one of the critical flaws with this design of tank is that to fill the tank, you've got to climb the ladder and fill from the top. The danger in that is when you climb a ladder holding onto a hose, what happens every time that you move up a rung? You have to let go of the ladder. And so it becomes a very, very dangerous thing to have to fill that tank. But also, to check the level on the tank, you have to climb the ladder yourself. And the thing is with these ladders, they are prone to being rusted out. So one day you climb that ladder and you don't realise how bad the rust has got or how out of condition the ladder has got, and you fall off that ladder, and falling from that height can be critical. So bearing that in mind, and with my attitude towards safety, that's unacceptable to me that they remain that way. So what do? Do I get a new tank? Or do I do what I actually did? And that was to retrofit an IOR bottom fill kit, which removes all of that danger. So you decide, like me, that you want to do this. Is it difficult? No, it's not. They're simple to fit, it's a one-man job, and I'll tell you how easy it is, I actually did it myself. And so the only tools you need, set of Stiltsons, shift and spanner, the job is done. And one of the most positive aspects of this is the first time after I had fitted the bottom fill kit that they came to fill the tank up. And I got to witness firsthand just how safe it had become for them to fill that tank for me. And I knew that I wasn't putting anyone's well-being or safety at risk. I also knew then that I had a mechanism in terms of the sight hose to know that that tank was full, and I don't have to climb the tank to dip a dipstick anymore. As farmers, as people, it is our moral responsibility to ensure that the things that occur on our properties, the things that we ask other people to do on our properties, it's incumbent upon us to make that as safe as possible. And think about this. Right now today, this is a voluntary exercise. In time, this will become something that we have to do. So let's get in front of the game. Let's get in front of the game and get it done and feel good about the fact that people can come to our places and operate safely. So if you care about safety, you need to make an inquiry today about an IOR bottom fill conversion kit. Safety makes sense, so it makes sense to convert your fuel tank. Find out more and call IOR on 1300 457 467.